April Fool's Day or April Fool's Day is an annual custom on April 1st consisting of practical jokes and hoaxes. Jokesters often expose their actions by shouting, "April Fool!" at the recipient. Mass media can be involved in these pranks, which may be revealed as such the following day. The day is not a public holiday in any country except Odessa, Ukraine, where the 1st of April is an official city holiday. The custom of setting aside a day for playing harmless pranks upon one's neighbor has been relatively common in the world historically. A disputed association between April 1st and foolishness is in Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales. In the Nun's Priest's Tale, a vain cock Chanticleer is tricked by a fox on Sin March Bigon Tritty Days, and two readers apparently understood this line to mean 32 March, i.e. April 1st. However, it is not clear that Chaucer was referencing April 1st, since the text of the Nun's Priest's Tale also states that the story takes place on the day when the sun is in the sign of Taurus had y run 20 degrees and 1, which cannot be April 1st. Modern scholars believe that there is a copying error in the extant manuscripts and that Chaucer actually wrote, "Sin March was gone." If so, the passage would have originally meant 32 days after March, i.e. the 2nd of May, the anniversary of the engagement of King Richard II of England to Anne of Bohemia, which took place in 1381. In 1508, French poet Éloy Dumeville referred to a Poisson d'Avril, possibly the first reference to the celebration in France. Some writers suggest that April Fools originated because in the Middle Ages, New Year's Day was celebrated on March 25 in most European towns, with a holiday that in some areas of France, specifically, ended on April 1st, and those who celebrated New Year's Eve on January 1st made fun of those who celebrated on other dates. By the invention of April Fool's Day, the use of January 1st as New Year's Day became common in France only in the mid-16th century, and that date was not adopted officially until 1564, by the Edict of Roussillon. In 1561, Flemish poet Edward the Dane wrote of a nobleman who sent his servants on foolish errands on April 1st. In the Netherlands, the origin of April Fool's Day is often attributed to the Dutch victory in 1572 at Brielle, where the Spanish Duke Alvarez de Toledo was defeated. Op the 1st of April Weerloer Alwa zin Brill is a Dutch proverb, which can be translated as, on the 1st of April, Alva lost his glasses. In this case, Brill serves as a homonym for Brielle. This theory, however, provides no explanation for the international celebration of April Fool's Day. In 1686, John Aubrey referred to the celebration as Fool's Holy Day, the first British reference. On April 1st, 1698, several people were tricked into going to the Tower of London to see the lions washed. Although no biblical scholar or historian is known to have mentioned a relationship, some have expressed the belief that the origins of April Fool's Day may go back to the Genesis flood narrative. In a 1908 edition of the Harper's Weekly cartoonist Bertha R. MacDonald wrote, "Authorities gravely back with it to the time of Noah and the Ark." The London Public Advertiser of March 13, 1769, printed, "The mistake of Noah sending the dove out of the ark before the water had abated, on the first day of April, and to perpetuate the memory of this deliverance it was thought proper, whoever forgot so remarkable a circumstance, to punish them by sending them upon some sleeveless errand similar to that ineffectual message upon which the bird was sent by the patriarch." In the UK, an April Fool prank is sometimes later revealed by shouting, "April Fool!" at the recipient, who becomes the April Fool. A study in the 1950s, by folklorists Iona and Peter Oppie, found that in the UK, and in countries whose traditions derived from the UK, the joking ceased at midday. This continues to be the practice, with the custom ceasing at noon, after which time it is no longer acceptable to play pranks. Thus a person playing a prank after midday is considered the April Fool themselves. In Scotland, April Fool's Day was originally called Huntagok Day, although this name seems to have fallen into disuse over the years. The name is a corruption of hunt the gook. Gook being Scots for a cuckoo or a foolish person. Alternative terms in Gaelic would be Lunar go care achd. Goking Day. Or Le Ruath na Kathaige. The day of running the cuckoo. The traditional prank is to ask someone to deliver a sealed message that supposedly requests help of some sort. In fact, the message reads, Dinner laugh. Dinner smile. Hunt the gook another mile. The recipient, upon reading it, will explain they can only help if they first contact another person. And they send the victim to this next person with an identical message. With the same result. In England, a fool is known by a few different names around the country, including noodle, gob, gorby, or nod.